Here we are.
Game on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Deranged and Questing the Necromancer's Idiot Apprentice. It is Monday night, my dudes. And, well, no, I think dudes is gender neutral, right? We can all agree on that?
My peeps.
Awesome. Yeah. We are back for another excellent episode of Dungeons and Dragons. I am, of course, Grak Skullcrusher, Skullcrusher extraordinaire. I feel like I should come up with a better title, but you know what? Next episode, I'll have something better. Joining me are my trusty companion, Ser Doran of the cleric. Damn it! Why can't I come up with cool intro stuff?
I don't know. Just a clerical Lathander trying to make his way in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And less friendly, but still companionable, Jin, the sneaky arcane trickster.
Hello, I'm probably right behind you with a knife.
I got my swords behind me. And then, of course, our faithful and somewhat sadistic dungeon master, Greg himself.
Yup. Again, shout out to my moms who's watching this. Number one mom in the whole universe. I'm sorry you for, but your moms ain't got nothing on mine.
Them fighting words.
Just facts.
My mom can beat your mom up, Greg.
I don't have a mom.
Oh.
And, of course, back again by popular demand, the one and only Stevie Collier.
Hey, and I definitely have to make a shout out to Greg's mom as well. She is by far the most awesome mom ever. Hi, Greg's mom.
Thank you for keeping that appropriate.
Hey, no, that was appropriate.
That's what
I
I'm
can
saying.
make it inappropriate, but I respect you, Greg.
Thank you. Don't respect me, but respect my mom.
Yes. And your new
exactly. So it's Stevie, guys. This is going to get weird and inappropriate, which is why we keep bringing him back on. If you are just joining us for the first time, why don't you watch this amazing high caliber animation that will tell you what the game is all about? Take it away, animation.
I'm the big bad necromancer. Get wrecked, nerds. Mwahaha. Pew 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 pew. Oof. I'm out of here. Escape.
Huzzah! Master, I got that gem you wanted. Eek! Dink! So ghosts, help me! Hey, I need 3 heroes. Go and get them for me.
Here they are, sir. Here are your heroes.
Okay, listen up. I need you to get the souls out of this idiot before he explodes and kills us all.
And thus their adventure began. This is Deranged and Questing the Necromancer's Idiot Apprentice.
We are back.
All right. You've seen it. You know the story. Last week, before we get into last week, actually, if you notice the stream, we are at 92 followers out of our goal of 100. Our goal is to hit 100 followers by the end of this stream. So if you have friends on Twitch, invite them to come and join and follow for some fun. I mean, this is the best D&D show on Twitch. So get them in here, get them having fun with us. And of course, a reminder that once we hit 40 subscribers, we will start doing the Incompetence Guild one-shot monthly episodes. We are planning a stream in the next couple of weeks to talk about the Incompetence Guild, to give you a little bit of insight into what it is, to draft up some fun player sheets. So it is honestly just going to be a ton of fun. So if you haven't already, use that Amazon Prime account to subscribe. If you want to gift someone else a subscription as soon as we hit 40, boom, it's on. So with no further ado, Dungeon Master, take it away.
With more further ado, first off, I got to give a shout out to some of our talented crew and staff here, which is just literally us. I want to talk about Andy Peliquin first, who just released Cerberus Book 6, Ghost Nemesis, on Amazon. Check it out. I read it. I'm mad he hasn't published a book a day. We're going to have words about that later. Secondly, Allegra Pescatore has just launched Eye of the Storm. Her second book on Amazon. Check that out. Me, Greg, our DM, a.k.a. Greg with Advantage, is going to be streaming some of my normal D&D games with my friends. The next one's actually, the first one is tomorrow. And I'm going to warn you, this is not tailored for Twitch. We are not responding to people on Twitch. We're just streaming it. So take it as it is. Greg with Advantage. Find me, follow me, friend me, all that stuff. And Stevie, I'm going to let Andy explain this because this was extra old Latin to me. I couldn't explain what Stevie's got going on.
So Stevie is releasing a new story, sort of a Japanese samurai meets badass sci-fi meets I don't know what. It's true Stevie Collier fantasy / sci-fi. So it is called Ninja Fox, like Ninja and Fox, but you erase the A and the D, so it's Ninja and Fox. You can find it on Wattpad. Go to wattpad.com and search for Ninja and Fox by Stevie Collier, and you will find it. It's 2 chapters in. Stevie himself says it's the best thing he's ever written. It's a ton of fun. It reminds me actually a lot. I've been playing Sekiro, and it's kind of got a little bit of that flavor to it. So good job, Stevie.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely had that as an influence because you can't forget Sekiro when you play it and beat it. It scars you for life.
And on top of that, Andy and Stevie are part of the Fantasy Fiends podcast. So check that out every Thursday night, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, right? On YouTube.
That's right.
Check out Fantasy Fiends on YouTube. Check them out on Facebook. And there you have it. So let's get into
check us
it.
out everywhere.
Yes, you could check them out at their homes. Those addresses will be for Tier 3 subscribers only after you've been subscribed for a year. You can check out their credit reports if you go to creditwise.com. That's a 2 years subscription plan at Tier 3, and we'll talk about the others after the first 2 years.
Dinner date is a 5-year subscription. Just putting that
paid
out
up front. Yep.
Yeah.
So last session, the party awoke with bad hangovers to the screams of assassins. While other pixies in animal shape attacked the encampment that they were staying in, a new Abelard just popped into being, eventually being nicknamed Abelores, a loving, nurturing druid grandmother. While they sorted their new companion out, they were assaulted by a pixie who singled their group out. This pixie turned into a giant ape and then attacked them, and met its demise via a combination of vicious axe assaults, being choked by a rancid meatball, getting hit with a perfect mace strike by Ser Doran, and after checking to make sure breakfast wasn't burning, getting clawed in the face by Abelores. While on death's door, the ape was finished off by the queen of the pixies, Yavia Bigsong, who turned into a giant whale and crushed the pixie to death under it. What else was there? Following that, the group, they recovered, they asked a few questions, and they learned about a second offshoot tribe that was basically terrorists and overall scum. Making their way to the Great Tree, the group was struggling to keep up with that wings, and Abelores had a chat with the tree and convinced it to assist them on their journey. They reached the Great Tree, but were blocked by a pixie picket line of protesters, which were apparently full of another tribe of pixies. Grak tried to smash his way through, but was pelted with cease and desist request letters from the crowd and was forced to retreat. Ser Doran and Abelores parlayed with the other pixie tribe, and while they were in the middle of starting to talk to that tribe, another call of assassins rang out in the air. And while that is extremely pressing news hot off the press, there's even more pressing news, and that is that Abelores, who was talking with Ser Doran to the second tribe leader, Luna Grandtail, he falls onto his butt, he coughs a little bit, his eyes roll back into his head, and it looks like there's a new Abelard in this body. So, new Abelard, you just, wherever you are now in this body of this skinny kid, surrounded by pixies, sitting on a very fat tree branch, and there's chaos all around you. And I'll let you guys take it from there.
All right, so Doran's going to run over to the formerly Abelores and check on him, see what's going on.
Oh, my head. Oh, I shouldn't drink so much pixie juice at night. Where am I? What is all this?
You speaking of pixies, I think you maybe did drink a little too much pixie juice because now you're in the middle of a whole bunch of them.
No, that can't be.
Yeah, and Doran starts hefting the new Abelard up, helping him get on his feet, dusting him off. As he's looking around for the assassins that are being yelled out for.
Let me go. Put me down.
You sound like you could use the help, especially if you've been drinking.
They've been trying to help me for 85 years, and I've been fine on my own. Besides the pixie juice.
Do you happen to have any more of that pixie juice? Because I get the feeling like we're all going to need it really soon.
Oh, I'm liking this skin, though. Might want to check downstairs, see if I'm still gifted.
Oh no.
He's a 15-year-old boy. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, actually.
Do you want to know that?
Uh-oh.
These are the questions we have not asked.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to answer.
I'm sure
them
some
either.
people in the audience has asked them, but we haven't asked them.
So Doran's just going to ask him for his name. Try to find out who our new visitor is.
I am Uradox the Unorthodox, most powerful mage of all of Citadel. And here I am in a 15-year-old boy's body, having drunk too much pixie juice and have, I guess, entered a new planes? I don't know.
That must have been one heck of a ritual that you were casting, drinking all that pixie juice. But I assure you, everything's going to be fine. A few of our friends on the other side over here, but they might be able to answer some more of your questions in a little bit.
They've told me millions of times not to drink and cast, but I just can't help myself. It's like drinking and cigarettes. I gotta do them together.
What is it with these spirits as like chain smokers and chain drinkers?
I mean, they gotta die somehow, right?
Maybe the necromancer just had a type.
Yeah,
Whoa.
just picking.
Whoa! I don't smoke. I snort.
Oh, even
It's
better.
good better for the lungs.
I see.
Does our pixie guest have anything to say about this?
Yes, as Queen Luna Grandtail is around there, she quickly says,
I must say that being involved any sort of pixie dust for consumption is definitely not good on the body, and it's worse on the soul. It just loosens your inhibitions and is not. No one should ever do that.
So
Then why the hell did you give us so much last night? I feel like we drank more than our fair. Oh, right, not you. Sorry.
Is Grak particularly bad at pixie faces?
Grak definitely overheard that on the other side, and then he like
Grak is.
first reason.
That's right. He's over there.
So
Grak is great at reading lips. So he
Doran's
heard the
gonna
whole thing.
Doran's gonna start trying to shuffling Aradox over and to say, "Don't worry, this is like your second chance of being young again. Just enjoy it while you can," and just pat him on the back and try to find out what's going on with this commotion.
Okay.
So we are on the other side, and assassins were just spotted and called. So I assume there's panic.
Yes. So to the side of Grak and Jin, as this introduction is taking place, you guys are on the side of the original Pixie tribe, the pandemonious proper pyro tribe.
I want to point out, Greg, that this is a hell of your own design.
I know. I'm like mad at you guys for making me use words.
You named these,
Do we need
tribes.
Do we need to edit your naming conventions to save you from yourself?
Yes, please. Can you please name these two tribes something different?
You don't like the PPPT and the TTPT?
PPPT and RRRT.
Yeah, there you go.
It's awesome. Just don't try to give the full name because that's when things really go off the rails.
Okay, I'm going to call them the Pyro tribe and the Rights tribe.
That's good. Perfect.
The Pyro obviously are the partier ones, and the Rights are the ones who are more formal and uptight. So looking at things from this side, so you guys see Abelard fall down. Ser Doran is helping him up. They're having a little bit of a conversation. Grak's reading some lips. So what's going on your side is you're hearing screams of assassins from behind the pixie line. It seems that all of the pixies on that side are sort of freaking out. A few are changing into some sort of animal form. On your side, it seems that everyone's definitely ready for a fight, but it looks like they're giving no sort of intentions of going to the other side. They're just sort of closing on their own ranks, and they don't care what happens to the other tribe. So you two, what do you guys want to do?
Jin takes a moment and looks between one side and the other side, does some quick mental math, and says, something doesn't add up here. Who's attacking us while, drawing her vegetarian bow and getting ready to do some damage?
Grak looks at her and says, I don't know, lass, but I've heard the song of my people. It's a call to battle. And he draws his axe. And can he see the assassins, or are they just sort of somewhere? And he's heard the cry and doesn't know where they're from.
They're behind. You're not exactly sure with the crowd. It's weird because they're only like 1.5 or 2 foot tall pixies, but somehow they've like spaced out to block everything. And yeah, so you're gonna have to get through to the other side to get a clear view.
All right, Grak.
So Grak,
this seems like a battering ram job, and you're the closest thing to a battering ram we have. So go, my friend.
Grak the dwarven battering ram.
Mm-hmm. It's the title of his.
Well, so for probably the first time in that's actually a really good one. Well, I was gonna say, for the first time in his life, Grak is the biggest person in the room. I mean, Jin is right there next to him, but so he's feeling 6 feet tall, which for a dwarf is. So he like swades into them. He's not swinging his axe, but he's using it like a shield to clear a path so that he can get through to wherever the assassins are.
Okay, so as you make your way through the picket line, just roll me a athletics check. I just want to see how effective this is gonna be. And you'll try to make your way to where Abelard and Ser Doran are. Oh my god, natural 20.
Natural 20.
So you explain to me how you get through this line in whatever manner that you want.
So Grak he's been keenly aware of the fact that during the party event he had let everybody down because he couldn't pull his weight. So he pulls out the mug that he got, and with his whatever magic ability that he doesn't really know how to use it, but he wishes for like a fountain of the highest quality beer to stream out of this mug, and he jumps on top of it, sort of like one of those Fortnite stupid bazooka shooting at the ground to jump really high, except it's a big old stream of beer, and it propels him over the top of the pixies to land right among the assassins.
Okay, so Grak, with this inspiration, and I'm going to say that this bug of beer is much better than the ones you've had previously. You think it's something related to the whole aspect of living up to your dwarven heritage. Some like the mug knows what you're doing, and it's a noble cause, and it does that. So after Jin says, hey, blast us a hole, you leap over everybody, leaving Jin behind. But you land directly in front of Abelard and Ser Doran and the Pixie Queen and the soon-to-be assassin I'll describe in a second. Jin, how do you get across now?
There are a lot of just little pixies, right? And they're not like easily getting out of the way.
They're not even really paying attention to you at that point. They kind of all have their back to you. They're somewhat scattered. They're not interlocking hands anymore like they used to do.
Jin has been having a lot of soul searching about who she is as a person and how being her has gotten her into a lot of trouble. So she's going to try to beat Grak for a moment. And she's going to try to also push her way through, probably to much less success.
Okay.
One important note. Sorry, as Grak is, flying through the air, real Superman looking thing and he's going to call over his shoulder, grab my beer, lass, to make sure that, no one, the pixies, who would see this as a font of endless partying, don't get their grubby little hands on his mug.
Of course. Jen absolutely picks it up and,
Okay, make me athletics or acrobatics roll in your case. It's your choice.
Alrighty, I will do acrobatics. I'm much better at that. And I rolled a not natural 20.
Okay, you described to me how in slightly less dramatic fashion you passed through.
Well, Jin looks at the mug and looks at the pixies and decides that this is the vehicle she also needs to get across, and just starts like whacking pixies aside with the mug while she walks through.
You're like, dink, dink, dink. And the pixies who aren't paying attention, who half of them aren't even sure what's going on. It's such a panic. They just start spiraling out of your way, and you get through easy enough. So, the last time these gigantic eagles came like swooping in and made their presence known in a big dramatic fashion. This time you guys see tiny spiders that are crawling on the branches, and the only reason that you're able to see them is because they've been outlined with a harmless but very revealing fairy fire that it is illuminating them in the background of the dark night, and you see them crawling and they're changing forms quickly. Again, all sorts of different creatures. One turns into a cow. You're not exactly sure why. One turns into a muskrat. One turns into a swarm of bees. And then one of the spiders that you see is sneaking up on an unsuspecting Ser Doran and Abelard and Pixie Queen, but Grak has like landed directly in front of. It turns into a pixie right before you guys. And this one says, "You have meddled too much, and you're going against his wishes." And then this one changes into a very weird creature. So I need you to picture this. Picture like a giant turtle, about 8 feet across, 10 feet long, and it has its head currently tucked into its shell. Now, as the head pops out, you don't see a turtle head instead, but you see what looks like the top half of a mermaid.
Quick question.
Yes?
Did he by chance have a rat as a father figure?
You're going to have to talk about that later with them. That sounds
That
like a
was a-
very personal discussion.
That was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle joke.
Oh,
now
I know.
I feel lame.
It was.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
I was
I know
making sure.
it
I
was
like,
Splinter, but I can't tell you his whole backstory, especially when Grak is going to chop him in half.
Yeah.
So the head, it pops out. It's the top half of a mermaid, humanoid with the obligatory shell bikini top, long flowing red hair. So picture like a centaur, but instead of it being human horse, it's a mermaid turtle. And this is
Okay.
officially called a love tormaid. Thank you, our D&Q Discord people, for creating this beast for me. If you want to create more magical beasts like this, find our Discord. It's somewhere handy. We'll figure it out how to get it out to you. But and it looks at you all and it says in a very seductive and purring voice in the mermaid
Seductive.
form. Yeah, very seductive, which I am going to absolutely convey through my tone, and there will be no doubt of this. But she says, "Why do we need to fight? We could just be friends instead. Let's hurt those who would try to harm us instead." Who wants to do something
I
first?
love how the mermaid started out really soft and feminine, but as she really got into things, she like became a lot more masculine until her voice became,
Threatening.
almost manly.
Well, that's part of something that's going to happen. So
That's
real
part
quick,
of her husky charm.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of the turtle half it's taken over. The turtle half is clearly male, as I described through my detail of words. But I would like everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I don't like this.
Wisdom.
Doran is very
Wisdom.
wise.
Not spectacular.
Doran's never failed a wisdom save. 14.
Grak 6 wisdom save.
Jin
Okay.
17.
How did I have the worst besides Abelard? Ay.
So as you
And our
guys,
wizard has a 4.
So as you guys hear this, Abelard, who's now Orthodox, the unorthodox. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but we know me. You know what? This Tormaid, it makes sense. And you see yourself taking a few steps forward, and you like step in front of the Tormaid, and you're ready to hurt anybody who tries to hurt the Tormaid. And for the rest of you three, you kind of felt this like weird seductive tug, and you were
Abelard
like,
is.
Abelard, yep. But for you three, Grak, Ser Doran, and Jin, you're like, yeah, why would we... Wait a second, what? And you were trying to be magically hoodwinked, but you resisted it. So right now you guys see Abelard, this small 15-year-old boy, in a very defensive posture in front of you guys and the turtle. Who wants first action?
Grak's going to look to either Ser Doran.
But
Grak's going to look at Ser Doran and Jin and say, you got anything to take him out the pacifist way? Because I've got a simple solution, but he might not recover from that one for a few hours.
Yeah, I do. I can try to charm him.
Charm him back from his charm?
Yeah, you know.
What's the worst that could happen?
Extra charming.
Okay, so Jin, you're going first. What you want to try to do to him?
Okay, I'm going to try to cast Charm Person.
Okay, so he needs to make another wisdom save, right?
Wisdom saving throw, yes.
Okay. Abelard, the Unorthodox, please make me another wisdom save. And you're going to have to beat the creature's DC. He failed.
It's called Jin the Creature. So very nice.
Yeah, I'm like, okay,
Yes.
so I need
My
like a mathematical
save
chart to
is
figure this
12.
stuff out.
I'm not very wise.
Okay, you are now back in the realm of reality, and you realize that you've been hoodwinked with magic. You now have your back to this tour maid, and your three friends are looking at you a little bit aggressively, but you realize that
Yep.
you've been hoodwinked, but you're back of your own mind now.
Hoodwinked by the Murtar.
And now hoodwinked by Jin, who says, come here, come, be our friend. We have so much more fun on this side than the giant monster. You're back, please run, go, dear God, go run.
And cookies.
She's a little overwhelmed. She did not join the fighting.
Abelard, is there anything that you want to do right now?
I am so confused. It's like I was taking mushrooms and not pixie juice.
It could have been a little bit of both. We've consumed so many narcotics lately.
Drugs just happen.
Well, in this moment, I don't know who is friend or who is foe, but I do know talking turtles can't be good. And if they're scary, you must be wary, for they might be a monster named Larry. That's what I learned in school. Okay, you young whippersnappers have made this too hard. I'm going to put him to sleep.
Perfect. I was hoping you were going to cast like polymorph on him.
I cast slumber, or what was that?
Yep, it's
Spell.
definitely slumber. It's the
Snooze?
Sleep at a higher rank.
So let
Do I
me,
click it?
Yeah, you could click it just in case I'm gonna roll some dice here.
What level am I?
You could cast it at first, second, or third level. It's your choice.
I'm gonna do 1. Because then it takes away something from me, right? And I can't use it again, or I can't use that
Correct. Yep.
level. Okay, I'm gonna do level 1.
Okay. So you cast sleep, slumber, sleepiness, dream time.
Sleepy time team.
Go to
Yep.
sleep.
Sleepy time tea. Sleepy sleep.
Dementia.
Sleep. Yep. And you see the eyelids start dozing of the mermaid head, and then she snaps up, and then she's like,
Oh.
"Why would you do that? I have pixie juice." And
Now,
she's
hold
gonna
on a minute.
she's gonna try to
Pixie
charm.
juice.
She's gonna try and charm you again. She's targeted you as the tug of war victim of this, and she's focusing all her energy on you. Make me another wisdom save.
While
And
that's happening,
she chose mine.
Jin kind of nudges Grak and points at herself and then points to the side. And can Jin try to sneak around to a place where she can sneak attack from?
Oh, Abelard with a decent roll this time.
Nice. So Abelard holds out this time. Again, you realize that she's offering you pixie juice, and you realize it's not pixie juice.
I'm
It's-
done with the juice. I'm done with it. And the only turtle head I like is the one coming out of my butt, which I'm about to make you do in my
You
next
like that
turn.
one?
It feels
Okay.
good.
All right.
Uh,
Can I get a turn in here?
Yep, Ser Doran and then Grak.
So, as amusing as Doran finds this, Doran whips out his holy symbol and claps his hands and just yells out, "Enough!" And he casts silence on our Murtor, so she stops casting spells.
Son of a bee. Is there a saving throw with that?
Nope, it's just a magically affected area.
What? Okay.
So,
So
for the
you-
duration, no sound can be created within or passed through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point of my choice. So, I'm going to try to... I guess I'm going to just cast it right on her unless there's a better area to cast on.
No,
And,
I'll say... Yeah, I'll say you center it around the space where her head is, so that way whichever direction she goes, she's in it for the longest amount of time. And as you start casting, she's just like, I am going to tell you my full joke routine that I prepared, and I have like 20 jokes, and she just goes silent.
Cancel that spell. Cancel that.
You'd have to subscribe to hear the jokes, that's all.
Yes, when we take a tour of Andy's house when he's not home for my tier 3 subscribers, I'll tell you all those jokes. So Grak, what do you want to do now that this Mur, I forget what I called it, is having a very bad day and can stop using its spells?
So Grak sort of caught Jin's sneaky little sidelong wink, so he wants to like provide a diversion for her to be able to sneak away. So he's gonna play like he's charmed, and he's gonna lower his axe, and he's gonna look up at the maid or the tour maid. Sorry, he's not a very good actor, but he's still a little bit drunk. So between all of that, he walks towards her. Oh, my beautiful sea creature, shell mar thing, come, give us a kiss. And he's gonna pucker his lips up just like the biggest kiss. Does she buy this? Let's see. I'm gonna try to charm. What do I have to roll to see if I can do it? Is it just charisma?
I mean,
monster handling? I don't know.
Make a persuasion check. I mean, this has to be consensual.
Let's be honest. He's not actually trying to do it. Oh, I was so hoping for a natural one.
So basically, this is what
6.
happens, Grak. You start saying this, and like halfway through, you are talking, but there's no sound that's coming out because of Ser Doran's silent spell, and she's like, "What the hell?" And like she sees you going for a kiss, but she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know where her heart is going to leave her. She just got over a relationship that was really bad recently, so you feel by her like pulling away that she's not buying it. So what do you want to do?
Well, that was all just a lead up for what
The
Grak
setup.
is actually going to do, and he's going to take a swing at her with his axe. Yeah, and so he's gonna say, which no one can hear, but you know, in his head, he hears it say, "In the magic cone of silence, no one can hear you." Oh, I should actually do this right. In the magical cone of silence, no one can hear you scream, you tar-made bitch, and swings at her and hit 16.
I hope you can read lips.
Attack is
Yeah, and make your second attack too. So you guys, as outsiders, see Grak, who seems to be making a move on the turtle, and then he goes into the cone of silence. You're not exactly sure what's happening, but seems like she's not really having it. And then since Grak got projected, it seems like he's turning to his usual angry ways. So both the 16...
well, so
Natural
25.
20.
Mm-hmm. So Grak makes 2 quick swings, boo boo, and at the end of the second swing, his now mimic axe comes alive, slashes, and then teeth form and rake down for a ton of extra damage. So it is, God, what are these numbers? 12, 22, 29, 31 total points of damage over the 2 strikes.
Yeah.
This poor mermaid upper body half is her mouth is open, and she's like, and you don't know what's going on because you can't hear, but you guess is probably screaming, and this is why she doesn't trust people in relationships because of the things that her ex and Grak do to her. So Jin's sneaking around. Abelard, what do you want to do?
I'm thinking I will try to put her to sleep again.
Okay. Let's make the rolls for that. Do your sleep spell again.
Yes, but this time I'm adding melatonin to the mix.
Oh, perfect.
That'll do the trick.
Should've
Okay.
given some melatonin to my kid.
So right now she's looking pretty drowsy. She's not fully out, but she's kind of on the fritz. So I'm gonna say Jin's attack will be with advantage and sneak attack.
Ooh, just wait till next turn, Missy. The NyQuil.
All right. So an advantaged sneak attack. Let me roll that. Assuming that I am able to roll.
If you roll 2 1
Yes,
to
got
bonus
it.
dice, so no pressure.
Okay, I'm just going to roll twice because apparently my advantage didn't kick in. Wait, no, that was just my sneak.
Yep, that's
I'm
just
sorry.
your damage. No, that's fine. So you're gonna hit. You're gonna do
Okay.
23 points of damage to it.
Fantastic.
It's weird because the arrow originally hit her in one of her shell coverings and then hit the other one and then went into her stomach. And she seems to be definitely screaming. She seems to be a lot more awake now. And anything else for your turn, Jin?
I'm going to duck back behind cover, so if she tries to look my way, I'm still hidden.
Okay, it's gonna be pretty tough, but make me a stealth check, and while you do that, it is
Absolutely.
her turn. So you guys see this creature. It's looking a little bit mad. It's trying to scream, but it's silenced. So this
That is
tormate,
21 for my stealth check.
21 for your stealth. Okay, you kind of duck under a branch and are hanging there one-handed with no problem, frog climber style. You feel pretty hidden. And this tormate, it's trying to talk. It's trying to cast spells. It's getting sliced up. It's not looking good. So you see it blow a kiss at all 4 of you. And when I say blow a kiss, it's not the mwah, it does that, but this big heart-shaped, thick physical projectile comes out towards each of you with this glowing, magical-ish energy. I want all you guys to make dex saves to see if this hits you. It's not quite a spell. It's a natural ability. Again, thank your followers for creating this.
That is 20
Grak
for
hits
Jin.
a 4.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, not having
Oh
it.
no. Oh no.
So, Jin, underneath your branch, it really can't hit you. It just kind of skitters and hits the branch and flutters into other miniature hearts and dissipates. For Grak and for Abelard, this thing hits you guys right in the junk, where, let's be honest, all kisses of someone who you are enamored with hit you. Both you guys are going to take 14 points of damage. It's psychic damage or love damage, whichever you prefer.
I prefer the love damage.
Ser Doran.
No.
What's that?
Does raging cut that in half, or is that one of the ones that doesn't get cut? By
Raging
rage?
does not affect love, unfortunately.
What's love got to do with it?
And Ser Doran, you get hit super hard in the junk again, where all love hits us. You're gonna take 20 points of damage, and you're gonna be blasted back 10 feet onto your butt. And you are currently charmed by this creature. Your next action will be to aid it to the best of your ability.
I got smashed in the junk, and I want to aid it. I don't know about this.
Yeah, that's
This
what
is
hearts.
an abusive relationship.
Well, you guys could talk about it, but you silenced it, so Who's actually? I think that is Ser Doran's up now, right?
Real quick, do I have to change this myself? Like
Change what?
subtract the hit points?
Just keep it on a piece of paper.
Okay, thank you.
I gave him the budget spell sheet for NPCs because we didn't have the financial backing to give him a full-on character sheet.
That's it. Doran is going to roll around, clutching the family jewels, and look around. So I have to aid this thing in the way that I see most beneficial, right?
Yeah,
So
the way that you usually aid. Yep.
I will choose to end my silence then.
Okay.
And then I will heal myself.
Okay. So as this creature comes out of silence, he's just like, and because of that, that's why I'll never trust another dwarf again. He broke my heart, you broke my trust, and that's my whole story. And I hope you appreciated all those 20 jokes I wrote.
It was only one turn.
I said them very quickly. In mermaid talk, in mer talk. Grak, it is your turn, you betrayer.
All right, so Grak is going to use the Great Weapons Master for one of his attacks.
Oh.
See if that works.
Oh my god, it does. So the first hit, as
It
you
does.
swing crazy man style, is going to be 22 points of damage. You chop right into one of the turtle legs. She screams out. It's looking pretty hurt.
Because my beautiful turtle legs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you swinging these
Or
recklessly?
just regular attack now?
He doesn't even have.
No, these are just regular attacks.
All right.
This one is going to be 18 points of damage. So, oh my god, how much is that in one turn? 22, 32, 40 points of damage with 2 strikes. And you get a bonus action if you want to swing as well.
Keep it going.
Why not? We're going to do another one of those Great Weapons Masters just for the heck of it.
The third one misses.
Oh,
it just glances off of the shell. It's sick and tired of having both its heart and its leg chopped up, so it kind of pulls in the feet so it can't get any more damage to it with that one. Abelard, you are up. Sleep doesn't quite seem to be working. It seems
I'm starting to
get a little more aggressive.
My eyes are getting heavy just freaking casting the damn thing. I think I need to save my arse and do mage armor.
Yes. So describe to us
cool.
what your mage armor looks like as this magical armor appears over your body.
Oh, yes, I see it now in my eyes clearly. The last thing I wore, a hospital gown with pauldrons of burning fire and an escape route for my spontaneous dung.
Oh, spontaneous dung.
Prepare yourselves.
That's why he was in the hospital for a spontaneous dung disorder.
STD. Unorthodox.
No one ever visits me.
He has spontaneous bowel syndrome.
The creature in front of you, she looks at you and she's like, I would have visited you if you weren't such a scumbag and in league with this heartbreaker over here.
I look over at everyone else and I'm like, and you bastards are trying to get me to hurt her? I don't understand, you whippersnappers.
And Jin is up, free from the pain of the blown kiss.
Jin is going to swing back onto the branch, look at her bow, and be like, you know, we understand each other better now. Let's do this. And is going to take another shot right at the creature's head.
Okay. Still sneak attack.
Yep. And that's going to be with her bow. So it is a 16 to hit.
Okay.
And 8 points of damage from the bow plus my sneak attack. So
yeah.
of course I can't do that. I'm having a technology
Yep.
moment here.
No problem. So 8 plus
Young-
this.
Young miss, are you in need of a hospital gown? I can provide.
You know, I am okay. I am I don't think I've ever worn a hospital gown, and nor do I ever want to if that's what they look like.
Are you sure? It's quite refreshing.
Yes.
Hold on, Mrs. Turtle. We're talking.
Yes,
Go on.
yes, please do hold on. That is in fact 17 points of damage.
Okay, so the tour maid, she's just like, oh, of course, the health of people is the most paramount thing, and as she gets shot in the stomach by a Jin's arrow, and she's like, you tricked me again. Oh God, I'm so gullible.
Why are we hurting her?
all these bad guys we're facing are so sympathetic.
They're so
You know,
freaking nice.
it's because she doesn't ask before assuming that people love her. You know, I'm having to work really hard to get people to trust me and accept me. And Jen starts having a little bit of a existential crisis.
Okay, so it is her turn. She has spells available. She's going to try to charm you guys again. Everyone do a wisdom save for me as her last-ditch effort to...
Just knock it off.
She's looking pretty rough, too, so...
What are all these lazy pixies doing? All right.
Back with
the
a
other-
9.
That is an
13.
11.
The other pixies around you guys are fighting other assassins. A lot of them are just, panicking. They weren't expecting this. The original Pyro tribe, which you guys were originally with, you really can't see them at this point, but it seems quiet over on that side. Ser Doran, everyone but you seems to be in love with this mer turtle down, this Tormaid, and they kind of seem to be stepping up to defend it in front of you, putting
Great.
their bodies in between you and them, and it's your turn. So what do you want to do?
Cry. How does the mer turtle look health wise?
The mer turtle looks pretty rough. It has a few more strikes to go, but she's definitely looking sliced and bleeding and a little panicked. A bunch panicked.
All right. See, so she's casting. It's not a spell. It's like a spell-like ability, right?
Yes.
So I get the opinion that dispel magic is not going to work on that. Or would
it may. Probably you could nail one person with it.
you know what? Doran's going to dance with the girl he came with, and he's going to look at Grak, tell Grak to snap out of it. Again, taking the holy symbol and thrusting it in his direction, and say, by Lathander be purged, and cast spell magic on Grak, hoping that's going to release the charm from him and let him do what he does best.
Okay. Easy enough. It does. Grak, a blinding light sears into your eyes that comes from Ser Doran's holy symbol. You're pretty sure he's trying to attack the beautiful Tormaid who is behind you, and you're ready to defend, but then your head kind of clears and you're like, what the hell am I doing? No, I'm on this side. And you're kind of standing with Jin and Abelard in between Ser Doran, but your head is clear and you go next.
Grak is going to do what Grak does.
Grak
And
gonna
he's
do
going
what
to
Grak
make
gonna
3.
do.
Make all your attacks. Yep. All 3 attacks.
19 for 15 damage.
Okay.
Jin is just very, very, very happy in the part of her mind that isn't completely charmed that Grak is not coming to get her, because she's pretty sure she would be considered the threat if
Yep.
Jin's just looking on in horrified wonder.
The part in the back of your mind that makes sense is just oh no, we gotta stop this, and then slash, a ton of damage, a ton of blood, and then that charm spell breaks off both of you guys, and thank God, because Grak has just killed this Tormaid. So Grak, you're the one who is finishing this. How do you want to finish this creature off?
Like get on the turtle's back. Like is it a turtle shell back?
Yeah,
Climb on his
it is huge.
turtle shell.
Easy enough, yeah.
Climb on and like with his axe over his head, like boom, bring it down, splits the turtle back, and he's like, "There's soup for everyone."
Oh man, that sounds delicious.
Oh
actually,
my God. What is wrong with you guys?
could use some
Okay.
meaty turtle mermaid soup.
So yeah, that as you guys are cleaning up, you realize that the other assassin pixies have reverted to their normal form. So Grak, you're probably like 6 feet up in the air on this turtle shell's back. You crack the turtle shell open. You start to kind of fall into it. It splits so completely, and then you just fall to the ground, and you're sitting on what's basically a dead pixie at this point. But the pixie body is currently intact, but the pixie is currently dead. And as it's reverted to its natural form in death, you guys see all around you the rest of the pixies that were attacking are no longer alive. And the things are kind of calming down as you guys are making out your surroundings. You see Luna Grandtail, the queen of the Rights tribe that you are currently on. She's covered in a little bit of blood, but she has a smile on her face, and all of the people who are lined in fairy fire that was identifying them as assassins, they are no longer alive, and things have calmed down, and you guys are on this side of the picket line, and there's a general unease and chaos everywhere, but what do you guys want to do at this point?
How many different clans of you pixies are there? What's wrong with you all? You're worse than goblins. Everywhere we go, you're just attacking each other.
Can we actually like tell? Is there any like distinguishing marks between the two pixie clans? Or are they like identical in every way except for which letters of the alphabet they shout?
So make in fact, you don't make an investigation check for me, Grak.
Pixies are terrible.
Investigation 8.
All of the pixies look the same. Unfortunately, you're not very aware of their identity, aware of their race to be able to really distinguish between them. But you know that they're all from the same exact race. There's no difference between them as far as that goes, but it's tough to kind of tell them apart.
Yeah, Jin is going to walk over and has been looking around the battlefield a little bit, again, in consternation, having been continuously doing math in her head. It says, so who's attacking us?
I can't even tell anymore.
Yeah, like, you all look the same, and you all act like pixies.
So, Luna Grandtail, the one who's kind of spearheading this current situation, she's just like,
Well, first off, saying we all look the same, that's racist. Number two, these are clearly members of the Pyro tribe.
Are they, though?
Yes?
Grak is gonna pick the little pixie up. How can he pick the pixie up? Sort of like, you know how you pick a puppy dog up by the scruff of its neck. Is there somewhere
the scruff of her
that
pixie?
you can...
by the
Her
hair,
wings.
by the scruff of her pixie neck, by the scruff of her wings. It's your choice.
So he'll pick her up, and so the other one didn't claim her, so he'll walk her over to the TPPT. Say, is this one of yours? Obviously not very diplomatic, our Grak.
Mm-hmm. The Queen Yavia of the Pyro tribe, the TPPPT, she looks at her and she looks a little bit horrified, and she's like,
Yes, that that is a member of our tribe. Why did the Wrights tribe kill her?
Well, she was attacking.
Kill her.
Attacking us.
Yeah. Like, I thought we were party buds.
We are party buds. It doesn't make any sense at all. The assassins came from the Wrights tribe. We're not violent people in general as pixies.
Okay. Question. And I kind of beckon one leader over and beckon the other leader over. Just like, so Doran, do you have anything to make people tell the truth?
Oh, I do, actually. So, Doran nods along. Says, yeah, I have a ritual for that. If we want to get this all sorted out, let's do it.
Yeah, I feel like there's something going on here, and I don't like it because, like, really weird creatures are attacking us, and I've had a lot of pixie dust, and I am not entirely sure what is and isn't a hallucination anymore, so I would like some answers. Meanwhile, Jin turns around and
Doran starts
pulls a little
flipping
bit
through his prayer
pixie
book
dust
in the
out.
meantime.
Okay.
And I want nothing to do with you pixies. It's your juice that got me here in the first place.
Have you tried dust?
Oh,
Paradox,
lots of it,
though.
Missy.
I must say, your hat is stunning. I love it. Purple's
Why,
a very regal color.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You remind me of my grandchild, Greg.
So you have your big
He was
sword.
respectful.
She chimes in and she says,
Well, first off, I gotta say, Greg is the most handsome and noble name of all of the names in the entire universe, and you must be blessed to have such a god king of a grandson. But what I was gonna say is, the pixie juice, was yours 2 times distilled or 3 times? Because we got the good stuff.
and she hands you a small flask of pixie juice.
Ooh, Greg is quite gregarious.
So Ser Doran, what are you gonna do to try to make them tell the truth?
I'm going to start casting a Circle of Truth.
Okay. While he starts to cast that, what do you guys want to look at? What do you want to investigate? What do you want to try to observe? What kind of facts do you want to gather?
Ooh, I feel like the biggest thing is just what's going on, and obviously that's going to be the leadership is probably has the best chance of, but I think I would like to go off in kind of the direction that the assassins came from and look around to see if I see anyone else out there, see if any other pixies are doing the same to kind of get an idea of, obviously, if one tribe is looking for the assassins and one tribe isn't, maybe that's a clue to who sent them.
Okay. You could make me an investigation check. I'll ask you about it in a second. Grak, what do you want to do in the meantime?
Grak is going to leave the pixie's body at the with its tribe, and he's gonna scowl at them because he knows, and deep down inside his little dwarven heart, that if Ser Doran's ritual to make them tell the truth doesn't work, he has a similar dwarven ritual
Yeah.
that is quite effective. He's got 2 actually. He's got his mug and he's got his axe, and this is how the dwarves make sure that the truth is told, one way or another.
Things are about to get very dark. And Abelard, the unorthodox, what do you want to look for while Ser Doran is setting up?
Well, I look for anything. I found what I wanted. And I uncork the juice. And I just glug, 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 glug. I'll get back home one way or another.
Okay, when you drink this pixie juice, your vision becomes extraordinary. You see details that you haven't seen before. You see colors that you haven't seen before. You see so much more of the spectrum that you're not used to seeing. It's a freeing experience.
I'm back to normal.
Dragon Girl, how's your investigation going?
Well, I rolled a nat 1, so, well,
Okay, so you're trying to find a way down to basically try to backtrack where these spiders came from, but they were freaking spiders. It's super difficult, and you're super agile, but the branches, the branches that help get you here with a little bit of support aren't helping you as far as this investigation goes. So you really can't make your way out of the immediate area. But you do notice something on one of the bodies, just because it's still glowing with that fairy fire effect that highlights it. And you notice like a small brand on its neck. It's really tiny. One, because it's tiny. Two, because it's pixie sized. And it looks like a skull enveloped in a rising sun.
I see it. I grab the pixie's body. I lift it above my head. I yell, "Hey guys, I found something," and then trip and fall on my face because I was on a bad bridge.
And you drop the body down to the depths of the trees, but you have that image in your head.
Damn
it! Grak, what were you
Not
doing?
again.
You know what? Grak is going to try to do an intimidation check. Or he's going to try to intimidate the pixies. Ooh, and fails spectacularly with an 8.
Okay.
To try to intimidate them into talking.
We are rolling well tonight.
I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to add your strength bonus instead of your charisma, but as far as that goes, you start to like yell at a few people. It's not quite having the effect that you used to, where people just start spilling information, but you do see 2 pixies off to the side that kind of are like mumbling to each other and talking, and they look a little bit shifty and nervous.
Oh, he's going to wade into the pixies and go and grab them. Do they wear shirt collars that he can grab? Because that's sort of, the appropriate response.
Yes, both of these are wearing button-down shirts. So
grab them by their shirt collars and shake them gently so as not to snap their little tiny pixie bodies, but he will shake them and say, "What are you hiding?"
Okay. They look at you and they look a little bit panicked. And they just say, "Well, we're just sir, okay, we're just it's just that the guy who the woman dropped into the ground and he'll be lost forever, but like we haven't seen him in 3 days, and now we see him all of a sudden, and we don't know why. And I mean, obviously he was supposed to be there for the party and he wasn't there, and why would he miss a party? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why was he missing? Just and they're totally panicked."
Grak is going to haul them over back to where Ser Doran is standing, and he's going to drop them at Ser Doran's feet and sort of loom over them like behind with his axe in his hand and say, "Talk to the cleric, tell him what you told me, but in a way that he can understand this time."
Okay, we'll get to that right after Abelard. Abelard, with your new vision from drinking the pixie juice, I want you to make me an perception check.
He's got magic vision.
I feel so good right now. I love you all. I see all, though.
You see right near one of the bodies that's still on the ground, glowing in that fairy fire, a small piece of paper that looks like it fell out of one of its pockets, but no one seemed to really notice it.
Ooh, a joint. I scurry over there and I pick it up without anyone seeing.
Okay. When you pick it up, you realize it's not the texture of joint paper, unfortunately for yourself, but it seems to have
Zigzag.
it seems to have some writing on it, and the writing says "The Falls Midnight."
The Falls Midnight.
The Falls, midnight.
Befalls midnight. Okay. Maybe I should show this to the head person of this strange gang I've joined. You there, leader of the Bloods? And who's the leader?
You tell me who you think the leader is.
I think the big barbarian is. You big buffoon, leader of the Crips, Bloods, whatever you are. Come here, I gotta show you something. And no, this isn't a joint, I've already checked.
Yep, he shows you a piece of paper scribbled in what looks like clearly pixie handwriting. It says the Falls, comma.
It
midnight.
says here, behold my balls. Wait, that's not right. Yes, it is. Here, you look. So I
Can
handed it over to
Grak
Andy.
read with a wisdom of 10? Can he read?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gotta be like
Yeah.
under like 4.
Due to your upbringing,
Okay.
you were forced to be able to have a rudimentary understanding of the common language.
What does my balls
so
have to
he's
do with
gonna read
anything?
He's going to read it and he's going to pass it to Doran and say, ask them about this, about the 2 pixies who are on the ground at his feet.
Jin comes back at about the same time and says, "Hey, on one of the bodies that just mysteriously burst into flame after I saw this, so it isn't around anymore. There was a weird brand on its neck, and maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm you know what? I'm gonna sit down. I'm not having a great day."
Maybe this will take care of it. Behold my balls.
No!
And I undo my hospital gown and I look down and I say, oh, I forgot. I'm in a little boy's body. This just got weird. And I put it back on.
Last episode dealt with BPS. This one may have to deal with CPS at some point.
Yep, that's it.
Maybe the
Yeah,
FBI.
Also,
Jin just like automatically changes to look like the dude from Bow Protective Services in case she needs to like pretend to be from Child Protective Services.
So,
Okay, Ser Doran, your
Shocked
ritual
and
is
awe.
ready to go.
Doran's going to complete the ritual. Just stare at these little pixies in their little pixie eyes and say, "Listen, we need you guys to figure this out. We've been attacked in both of your locations. Nobody knows what's going on. We have the mark with the brand. We have guys scuffling with each other. What's going on here? What's the real problem?"
Okay, so real quick, I need you 4 to make wisdom saving throws for me.
This is the one. This is it. I feel it. I feel it. That was
10 for Grak.
19 for Jen. Apparently, being Bow Protective Services makes
Oh,
her wise.
crit! Boop boop boop. 27.
Mhm.
They don't call me Doran the Wise for nothing.
Do
So,
they
Sir-
call you Doran the Wise?
Nobody
So-
calls me Doran the Wise.
So, Ser Doran, since this is your spell, you basically choose to not have it affect you. But Grak and Abelard the Unorthodox, you know that you are magically compelled that every word you speak will be the truth for now. You don't have to answer, but if you do answer, it's complete truth that comes out of your mouth, whether or not you want it to be.
Jin
part.
immediately says, "Oh no, I must tell the truth, lying."
And Ser Doran knows it's not true, but it's up to him if he wants to blow it up or not. Ser Doran knows all. And Ser Doran, you know that all of the other people are willingly submitting themselves to your spell, so they are telling the
All right,
truth.
good. All right.
So right now,
so-
you got Yavi, Big Song of the Pyro Tribe. You got Luna Grandtail of the Rights Tribe. You got these 2 random pixies, and you got a bunch of pixies who are kind of standing around, looking sort of like honor guards / bystanders on both sides.
All
The
right,
2
yeah,
tribes
and
are kind of standing up.
I basically just let them know. I said, "Listen, as a cleric, it's usually my job to take confessions. So if we need any kind of other, anything else to, help you speak, I'm going to leave it to Jin and Grak to do the interrogating. So please just cooperate as much as possible." So, did they respond at all to asking them what the problem was between the 2 tribes, or why these pixies have the brands on them?
They got distracted by watching you guys all do saving throws, so you're gonna have to start from the beginning.
All right, so it's like basically I sit him down. I say, "Listen, we've been attacked now in both of your camps by different pixies. Jin said that they found one of them with a brand, and I just want to know what the real problem is between your clans and why we were being attacked at both of your camps by seemingly the other side. There's got to be something more going on here that you guys know about."
Grak is
Okay.
going to loom over them super menacingly and say, "You tell him what he wants to know, or I'll stand here looking super intimidating, but not actually do a damn thing because I don't hurt defenseless creatures like that." He's
They
kind of
look up.
confused as to why they don't look more
Yeah.
intimidated.
They look up and they're like, I mean, that doesn't mean that you can't kill us later. But I mean, you're so tall, you stand over me. I have to tell the truth even if I don't want to. So, look. I mean, I don't have the answer to all of your questions. It's just that the person who attacked you, and like, so I'm gonna say these are two people from the Pyro tribe who you guys got.
Okay.
And you pull over some people from the Raids tribe, but they're just like, just that pixie who attacked you, Betty. She, like, we hadn't seen her in 3 days, and she never misses a party. But now that we're thinking about it, like, she disappears every now and then for like a day or two at a time. It like started a few months ago. We weren't sure why. We just thought she was passed out somewhere, but like, we're not violent, so why would she be attacking the other tribe? Like, that's not what we do. We just settle our differences through other stupidity. Like, I just don't know why she would be attacking you, and I don't know where she was for the past 3 days, and she's kind of like hesitating, sort of.
All right. Where are these falls that the letter talks about?
Falls. She's like, there are no falls, unless you mean, of course, the haunted falls. And she like covers up her mouth, forgetting that she was going to tell the friggin' truth.
And this is where the dramatic music comes in. Dun dun dun! The haunted falls.
The haunted falls.
That sounds like
Great.
a great place to vacation, Jin says, speaking the absolute truth.
So you guys look at both of the queens of the two tribes, Yavi of the Pyro and Luna of the Rights tribe, and they get a little bit pale when you mention the falls.
So can you take us to the falls?
Who are you asking that to?
Give us directions to
one
the
of the queens.
falls so we can go in daylight when there's no ghosts haunting it, because we're not fond of ghosts.
Yavi is like,
There's no way in any. I'd rather be sober than before I go to the falls. Those places it's completely haunted. That's where the Necromancer attacked us. It's people who go there don't return.
Well, guess what? You don't have to go here. You can sit right here and not kill each other. We need to get these souls out of this kid. We need to go there. Ghosts don't scare us.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
So when you start to mention,
scare us a whole lot.
when you mention that you got to get the souls out of this kid, both sides that are nearby start erupting into just screaming and arguments, and like small harmless things are thrown across the crowd, and it looks like they're going to start like almost scuffling with each other, but they're staying to their sides. And both of the queens at the same time basically start saying like, you're not letting them do the souls this way. No, you're not. And they just start arguing over who's going to like get the souls to be freed. And it starts to get a little bit ugly, a little bit hairy at this point.
Well, I did what I do best, which is cause trouble. Someone else take it from here.
I know what to do. I've solved many a problem, most ending in divorce, but I have fixed a few, and what we need to do is just tell the truth about the other person, no matter how bad. I'll start. Grak, you're ugly.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Well, it's true.
Yavia looks at you and she's like,
It's your turn to speak, Grak.
I don't like it when you say things like that. It hurts my dwarven feelings. And I don't know if I should be saying this aloud, but somehow I am saying this aloud. But I am very, very sensitive inside, and those things, those wounds cut deep, and they don't heal fast. So please don't say mean things like that to me, thank you. And Grak is just, his head is aching because all of this truth is coming out. You know, he's got this barbarian badass facade that he's putting on, and he doesn't know why all of this stuff it's being said. He's definitely not afraid of ghosts, or so he tells himself, but then somehow it turns out he's afraid of ghosts, and he doesn't, you know, sticks and stones can break his bones, but somehow these words are hurting him more than he realized, and he doesn't like how it feels.
I look at everybody and I go, see what I mean? We're making progress on this, big oaf. He's a mess, I tell you. So I don't
That's
know.
A fair point. Grak drinks.
I don't know what's going on. My character doesn't. So I'm gonna walk up to the pixie and put my arm around her or him, and I'm gonna say, you know, you may be a part of my crazy fever dream, but I know you want to help these people. And I'm sorry about that BO, by the way. And what do we have to do to get it?
To get what exactly?
What are we trying to do here?
Your help. He wants to help.
Jin walks
want
up
your help.
and says, you know, I this whole journey, this whole journey in this forest has mostly been about, you know, trying to make it up to Grak and seeing things through his eyes. But I think it's time to take a leaf out of Ser Doran's book about, you know, compromise and skimming off the top. So
Wait, he's like nodding along, and then just what?
So this is what we're gonna do. You know how we have all these souls that you really, really, really want to see go, you know, in peace?
That you would be giving to us. No, that you would be giving to us. No, definitely
Yeah.
to us. Nope, us.
We're not going to give them to either of you. We're going to walk off and let the kid explode if you don't negotiate a way to have both of you be happy by the time we come back from the Haunted Falls.
as you say that, you hear a male pixie voice. He's just like, excuse me, I'm coming through. Excuse me. And he kind of has this one pixie who's actually tied up in vines. And he says he's from the Rights tribe. And he's just like, Queen Luna Grandtail, I think that you want to speak with this one. I found one of the weirdos, and he just kind of storms off and leaves his tied up pixie at your guys' feet. It's gonna make a save. It's gonna fail its save as well. So, Ser Doran, you know that this one is also compelled to tell the truth.
All right, good. Compelled.
Well, is this what? Did you attack us? Were you part of the people who attacked us?
No. Why would I attack you? There's no way.
Well,
Seems
he's telling the
legit.
truth.
Okay, I'll just be on my way. If you guys could untie me, there's no. Well, there's one thing to see, but I don't want to tell you.
Oh, great.
Well,
Let's see it.
yeah.
I'm like, God damn it, freaking true spell. Yeah, I really don't want to tell you because it's gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
All right, Grak, this is your turn.
See a smile on Grak's face.
Oh, he's muted, right?
Yes, I think he muted
Andy.
himself.
Unmuted Grak.
We're losing your whole spiel.
He's
Oh
refreshing,
no,
yes.
we lost a Grak. And we found
Whatever.
Grak is back.
Grak is
There
back.
we go.
Nice.
Sorry about that. And Grak is gonna loom over the little pixie and vines and say, "If you don't tell us immediately, we're taking you with us to the haunted falls and feeding you to the ghosts."
And he's telling the truth. That's really what's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't even have to make an intimidation check between the haunted falls and the fact that this creature knows that you're telling the absolute truth. She's just like, oh my god, no. Look. The falls are completely haunted. There's a ton of ghosts there. It's super creepy. People go there. They don't go back except for the kind of okay, look. Rowan and Ruby, I know that they talk to each other. And they're not supposed to because they're from different tribes, but they go to those meetings where they want the new way. And she's trying to tell a lie, but she can't, so she's kind of pausing.
New way?
Yeah, there are some people who aren't that content with the way things are. Like, they want it to be not like party all the time and not like dumb rules and I stand in place and follow all of the rules. Like, they want like a neutral way, and you hear both of the queens gasp like, no way, but in their voices. And
What are those voices again, Greg? Could we hear those gasps, please?
No way! No way!
And it just, I'll say that it just starts spouting on for like a minute or two. It just basically, this pixie explains that some of the pixies talk in between tribes, and that there seemed to be some sort of like third group that's trying to like meet in secret, who have different ideals about them. And they even mention the name Thea as the one who kind of leads this group and organizes the gatherings. And again, both of the queens are kind of like,
Yeah, but she died when the Necromancer attacked. I saw it with my own eyes. Yes, she was part of the Rights tribe, and I saw it as well. This doesn't make any sense, and why would someone not want to embrace law and peace at its fullest? That doesn't make sense either.
yeah, that's pretty much all that they got to offer.
So Jin once again looks him in the eyes and says, "Look at me, I'm telling the truth. If you don't have a solution for this ritual by the time we get back, we will let the kid and all the souls go boom!"
And Grak says, "No, we definitely will not. Remember that."
Make me a persuasion check, Jin.
You got it.
I'll even say advantage because they're both so invested in these souls.
Is that intimidation or persuasion? Doesn't matter. I
That's
have
their
the same in
choice.
each.
Same thing.
That is a 15.
15. Okay, so they're not like, they kind of look at each other, and Yavi is like,
I guess at the very least we could talk so these oversized don't do anything stupid. I guess you're right, Yavi. We could at least sit down like we used to and have a conversation and let these deal with the riffraff of whatever monsters have emerged out of our tribes.
and they call for like a small druid-crafted table to be formed out of the thing, and chairs, and they sit down with a few drinks and their closest two advisors, and they're at least giving the appearance of gonna try to work it out. But we'll see what happens as you guys go on this little hunt for the falls.
Well, I think we need to go get some haunted falls on. Grak, want to go find some ghosts?
Absolutely not.
love this
He
spell.
shoulders his axe. God, I don't want to do this. What the fuck did I get myself into? He's following Jen.
Jin, this is like the holidays. This is the best day ever.
Finally has a solid advantage on Grak.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so you guys are given a rudimentary map to go to where the falls are. You follow the occasional pixie branch sign that clearly guides you guys there. It's as you guys are getting close. In fact, I want you guys all to make me perception checks real quick.
Rack with 22.
That would be a 7 for Jin.
Doran with looks like 24. Oh wait, what? I have an 18 on mine and it's showing a 13. 13. Supposed to be Grak's 22 that's sitting on there.
And what are you looking at, Abelard?
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, I was just updating this bar, even though it says it's me. I'll try to figure out how that updates on your stuff. Okay. So you guys get some pretty high scores. So let's get back to my thing here. Sorry. Okay. So Abelard the Unorthodox, and especially Grak, who is just scanning for his freaking life for these freaking ghosts. You guys see the area where the falls are before anybody notices you. Now, Jin, you are so focused on Grak and his unease and his suffering that you really don't notice much.
No, I'm very focused.
Ser Doran, you notice as you get to the falls that basically it's a waterfall. In fact, this actually doesn't show it at all, but I brought up this stupid picture, so I'm going to show you guys at some point. This is kind of the way there that you guys saw, exactly that with every single detail like I described.
Ooh.
You painted such a beautiful word picture.
Yep. If I had to paint a word picture, it looks like this. As you guys make the way to the falls itself, it's a big waterfall that is kind of flowing down. Probably the falls are like 100 feet. And you guys find like a small encampment inside of it. It kind of looks like there's signs of people who are camped up here, even though very rudimentary. The area is a beautiful waterfall that is tucked into a group of trees. The cliffs it falls from in the surrounding area, it's all covered in moss. So with the perception checks, which you have, I said, Jin, you're just focused solely on the suffering of Grak, and it's glorious. You haven't seen anything this beautiful in a long time. Ser Doran, you're realizing, and Ser Doran and everybody above this, you realize that the trees here have recovered from a huge battle recently, but signs of the damage are still present. So, like the occasional slash bark or blast mark, where the bark is kind of repairing itself or still like scorched out and not still fully healed. And in general, the whole area, it looks a little bit diminished, like it's lost a little bit of its luster and its color. And for Grak and Abelard, the Unorthodox, you guys realize two extra things. One, that although the ground is covered in moss, that you guys see a lot of bones that are peeking through the moss layer all around it. And even in the lake, you see like a few skulls and rib cages that are kind of poking out, barely past the top of the surface. And you guys both also realize that somewhere in the middle of the encampment that there's a small circle of bones that are carefully placed near the edge of the bottom of the lake, almost done. In fact, Grak, you're not exactly sure, but Abelard, you know that this is done in a ritualistically magical way, this circle of bones that's near the edge of the lake.
Do I tell them? Can
That's
I?
up to you.
I hope so.
Everyone, come here, quick. I remember the way these bones are placed here from my time of spending so much time in cults, leader and follower, by the way. I just can't remember what this is from. Is there any way I could find out where it's from?
Yeah, Bacon
Sure.
Arcana check for me.
Ooh,
Nice.
I am witty.
A 19. So you realize that circles like this are usually used in some kind of necrotic magic, probably with some sort of summoning of the undead.
Okay. So I tell them that, and then I add, but I got out of that cult a long time ago because it turned to necrophilia, and I'm just not into that shit.
Really?
Okay, I lied.
It's like insight check.
I may have used a finger or two.
Can he lie? Like, is he still
You
under
guys
the
are
spell?
no
How long does the
longer.
spell last?
You are
We're
no
out
longer
of
in
the
the
circle
spell.
now.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. I tell the
Okay.
truth anyway.
He chooses to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Mhm. Old man, I don't give an F attitude.
How does it feel walking without all that arthritis? That's what I want to know.
You know, it's great, but I need to get back because, again, I am gifted, let's just say, and the ladies love it.
I
The
think
nurses who give me sponge baths do.
by the time it's time for you to wake up from your nap, you should be back. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Thank God. It'll be great to stop smelling this barbarian's hairy ass all the time.
I mean, you get used to it. It kind of
Oh.
just fades into the background of the scenery.
Never mind, that's my upper lip. Ignore me.
So what you guys also see in this area is everyone sees this. You guys in the general area of the falls. I'll just say that you guys are like medium high up on the edge of like a brush covered area, maybe like 50 feet up from the bottom of the falls, but like 50 feet below the top of the falls. And you guys see like 3 or 4 pixies who are kind of patrolling the area at distances, all spread out on their own. And in the middle, you guys see a pixie who looks identical to all the pixies you've seen so far, but this pixie is completely gray. It's devoid of all the green color, which you've seen in all the pixies around here so far. And this gray pixie, she's kind of floating around in the area. And by floating, I don't even mean like on her wings that are flapping, just floating without using the wings really creepily. And she has a crown on her head and a fancy amulet around her neck. And she seems devoid of all life. And the gray pixie who's floating around, she seems to be talking to herself occasionally and just kind of pacing back and forth with her floating and looking super impatient. And you know what? I'm gonna end
Does
it
she
there for
acknowledge us?
tonight.
Or? All right, okay.
No, she
That's
doesn't, because things are gonna get, depending on what you guys do, it's gonna get very hairy very quickly. So I want this to all be in one mega session for next week.
Yeah, that's probably wise. Jin was about to like get a handful of the rainbow candy from the party and like throw it at her, hoping she would get a little color back in her cheeks. So probably best to give me a week to think about that.
So you guys, things to think about for you guys next week. So you guys are still unseen. You have the gray pixie in the middle, like 3 or 4. You're not exactly sure pixies who are kind of flying around the perimeter, but haven't noticed you. And we'll get to Grak's favorite part. I'll explain that when we pick up next session. because these again are the haunted halls after what happened here.
And it looks like this happened
ain't
recently.
afraid of no ghosts. Now he can tell a lie, so he can say that.
Asterisk. Yep. So
Exactly.
all our viewers, I thank you guys for watching us. I thank you for dealing with some of the laggy video, as it sometimes happens. But this is our new OBS setup. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. That's all I got. So I'll pass it off to Andy.
Yeah, well done, Greg, with the awesome DMing. You got to get those voices like on all the time because like 50% of the time the Pixies were talking in Greg voice.
No, they were speaking in unique, identifiable voices every single time. And if you are not cultured enough to understand and decipher this, then shame on you.
I mean, we couldn't even tell the difference between two pixie tribes. How can we tell the difference between two pixie voices?
Through the clear
So
enunciation.
we're the
which I
racists in
use.
this.
Yeah, you guys are the racist. A more cultured person would clearly know. Yeah, the day I could do accents. Is
well,
the
for all
day
of all
I'm a
of the
professional actor.
It is awesome. Once again, thank you, Greg. Everybody go follow him at Greg with Advantage for more D&D live streams throughout the week, I'm guessing. What days do you plan on running your games?
Right now, just Tuesday for the original game, but I may get a bunch of games that I either participate in or friends of friends, stuff like that. I'm going to speak with them. Maybe they'll be on as well. Again, if you guys like Dave and Bobby, they're my Tuesday games, so tune in. And if nothing else, we're starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time for tomorrow. You want to hit the beginning of the game, if nothing else, because the beginning is going to be super entertaining as all the characters are going to do a recap of their last session through their character's eyes. And it's always a hysterical thing, which we do. So if nothing else, check out that part and then be bored to tears with us for the final 3 hours.
Yeah, I would stream my game, but it's
So
like
that's 7 p.m.
Yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. Also, Tony Gallo promised us he's going to start streaming his game through my channel as well.
It's literally just me yelling at my friends for just misbehaving the entire time.
No.
Yeah, and then flirting with each other.
It's going to be, it won't be like this, but it will be funny and entertaining. But it's going to be just a regular live play game. So there will be its ups and there will be its downs. And they're about to negotiate.
Very cool.
With
and of course, go.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say that they're about to try to negotiate with a homicidal administrative ghost.
Nice.
I can't wait to hear how Bobby spins this. What is Bobby's character over there?
You are going to have to find out during the recap at 7 p.m. And it's amazing. Oh, they got
very good. Well, we will all be there. We will all be there tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, go check out our friends from Blackwater D&D. They're going live in about 20 minutes with another awesome episode, just chatting about D&D in general. Go check them out at Blackwater D&D. We may have a couple of their players coming on the show in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. And of course, follow the awesome Big T983, Mr. Tony Gallo himself.
You.
Where's the gang signs? There we go. And author Allegra. I actually don't know which way the cameras are right now, but go follow her. And Stevie, where should people check your books and your goofiness out?
Ooh, I would just do a search for Stevie Collier and followed by Wattpad. That should be the easiest way right now because my website is down.
How do you spell Wattpad?
Wattpad.
Like a
Okay.
Yeah.
Andy, I say it wrong, right?
No, that's Wattpad.
Wattpad.
Okay.
It's
you
a Wattpad.
Use my pronunciation.
He says it like
because
what?
those are the best.
Wattpad.
What?
Yes, that is where to find me. 2 free chapters of my best work yet. Go check it out. Thank you, Greg.
Oh, so it's not on
Very
Amazon
cool.
yet. It's just like this is a pre The pre-book?
I'm just giving it away for free, just a passion project.
I mean, and you definitely have a ton of stuff on Amazon too, right?
I
Yeah,
can't
well,
just give you 99 cents for it and read it on my Kindle.
yeah, I'm not yeah, but yeah, I have 10 novels on Amazon, so go check me out there too.
Yeah, Jigsaw Blade, do it.
We will be
Yes.
doing what's that? The people who are watching and talking in chat, we're gonna have a full 100-page quiz on all of Stevie's books next week, so be prepared.
You're
Yeah,
gonna be
You won't get a
spelling
game
word.
until
Yeah,
you
no pressure,
answer all the
guys.
questions.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be spelling the word wiener a lot.
Yeah, that's
Get ready.
Jigsaw Blade right here. Signed, ready to go.
Oh,
A signed copy
Oh, yeah.
that's hot.
for next
Ooh,
week's
you can't read what's
giveaway.
in there.
Tony is going to
No.
send me his copy that's signed, and that's the giveaway. I won. I'm the GM. I get to make the rules.
Yeah.
Well, that is it for our show tonight. Once again, make sure to follow us here on currently Andy Peliquin, or go check out D and Q Show. That's D and Q Show. Pretty easy to spell, on Twitter and Facebook. And we're not on Instagram, but Twitter and Facebook for sure. And we will be back next Monday night with an amazing episode of Deranged and Questing, the Necromancer's Idiot Apprentice. Good night, all.
Woohoo! Thank you
Good
all.
night.
Bring your friends.
I put the Discord link in there.